Alright guys, Calder Race update video. This year's rookie class has been pretty interesting because we have a bunch of very well-known prospects and then we have a lot of, I guess, dark horse candidates. Of course, we're only 6 games into the 2019-2020 season and we've already seen many interesting headlines. In this video, we're going to take a look at this year's rookie class and analyze the players, going over the potential dark horse candidates for the Calder or more of the well-known prospects. To start, Victor Olofsson. Olofsson is only 6 games into his early NHL career, but he's already came in and has had a massive impact on the Buffalo Sabres roster. He's put up 5 goals, 2 assists in his first 6 NHL games, so almost goal per game. Coming from the SHL, you know, it's always, or just any European league in general, it's not always easy to judge how well, you know, a Swedish player is going to transition into the NHL. Especially considering that Olofsson is quite a bit older. I think he was drafted in 2014. However, he put up 30 goals, 63 points in 66 games, already creating a massive impact on North American ice. And his AHL game has translated very well into the NHL, obviously. He's already getting a lot of responsibility. He's playing over 18 minutes a game as a rookie. Which is great because he's definitely capitalizing on his opportunity. His added depth is going to just do wonders for the Buffalo Sabres. I'm not saying he's going to keep up this insane goal production, but expect like 20 goals, maybe 50, 60 points. That would be great for, you know, a depth piece to the Buffalo Sabres, especially when they just spent, you know, $72 million on Jeff Skinner. As much depth as they can get is going to be great. Next, we have 3 rookie defensemen who have already been playing really well, which isn't very common. Not very often do you see, you know, a bunch of top defensive prospects who have a chance of pushing for a Calder spot. Makar has picked up exactly where he left. He already has 6 assists, 6 points in his first 5 NHL games this season. I saw this coming though. I mean, Makar is just an elite prospect playing on a very, I guess my word would be, explosive team. I can easily see him racking up like 40 plus assists this year, especially if he continues to play on the power play. Of course, the Colorado Avalanche have a very explosive power play with other guys like Mikko Rantanen, Nathan MacKinnon. And 4 out of the 6 points that Makar has already racked up this season have been on the power play. So we're going to see a direct correlation of power play time and assists for Makar. And the thing is, I guess to add to this, is Makar is filling in Tyson Barrie's shoes. Of course, Tyson Barrie has been the power play quarterback for the Colorado Avalanche for many, many years. And now that he's gone, Makar came in and he's picking up where Tyson Barrie left very, very nicely. And another defenseman kind of in a similar role is Quinn Hughes. However, Quinn Hughes is following a similar path, but a slightly different scenario. So over this season, Quinn Hughes has just played very well. His transition game has just been nearly perfect. His skating has proved to be elite. Everything has just been going really well. Obviously, I'm a Vancouver Canucks fan, and I have just been completely just astonished every game he plays. In my opinion, he's been the most exciting Canucks player every single game, and I'm just very happy to see this level of production this early. This season, Quinn Hughes has put up 1 goal, 2 assists in his first 4 games, and again, he's proved to be a very important piece to the Canucks blue line. However, a major difference between Quinn Hughes and Makar is that Quinn Hughes, for some reason, I don't get it. Travis Green, please explain it. Quinn Hughes is, for the most part, playing on the second line power play unit, whereas Makar is playing on the first line power play unit with other guys like MacKinnon, which is going to make a huge difference. I don't really get it. I think the Canucks are kind of running a different system. The Canucks power play was not good last year. And I think Travis Green is really trying to fix some depth, give more options, and therefore he's trying to kind of split the power play units into one good first line and then like a 1B type second line. It's a bit confusing, but I mean, if Hughes definitely does get more of that number 1 power play time in the future, expect Hughes' production just to only go up. I would love to see Quinn Hughes put up like 40 points this season as a rookie. I could see Makar putting up like 50-ish points. And I would love to see Quinn Hughes put up like 40. The Canucks have never had that elite puck-moving defenseman. I saw one comment, Paul Reinhart, fair enough. Paul Reinhart is probably one of the only Canucks defensemen in the past that have been like that truly elite puck-moving defenseman. But in terms of like longevity and the fact that Quinn Hughes is starting his career in Vancouver, he may be one of the only ones, if not the best puck-moving defenseman in Canucks history, which is very exciting. And the dark horse defenseman of this young rookie class is Ville Heinola. So Ville Heinola was actually part of the whole Jacob Trouba and Winnipeg Jets trade just this past offseason. So he was obviously a 2019 draft pick, and he's already transitioned very well. And he's not only just a 2019 draft pick, but he's also a late 2019 draft pick. So just, it's crazy that he's able to transition that well. I mean, of course, guys, we've seen the Winnipeg Jets blue line just collapse in front of us. Obviously, Dustin Byfuglien's gone, Jacob Trouba was traded, Tyler Myers is gone, and so Ville Heinola was kind of a must-add to the roster, considering that their depth had just been obliterated. However, I mean, it kind of does make sense because Ville Heinola is coming from Liga, from Finland, so he is used to playing against men. But regardless, he's been playing really well. I don't expect him to be like a top 10 Calder finalist, but you know, putting up like 30-ish points in his rookie year would be really great. However, I also wouldn't be too surprised if Winnipeg kind of fixed their depth situation and he gets sent out to either AHL or Finland, because I think in terms of his development, that would be the best course of action. But for the time being, he's been playing great. He scored his first NHL goal, so good for the Jets. Sam Lafferty has been impressing, putting up 5 points in his first 4 games with very limited, well, decently limited ice time. And the same could be said about Ilya Mikheyev. That's how you pronounce it, I hope so. I'm not Russian, don't judge my Russian pronunciation. However, for guys like, I guess, Lafferty or Mikheyev, it's keep your expectations really realistic here, guys. It's very common to see rookies come in and have a pretty explosive start to their season, and then they cool down very quickly. We've seen it every single year, there's always rookies like this. It's great to see them transition really well, but don't expect guys like Mikheyev or, I guess, Lafferty to be putting up point per game. Someone else who's been really impressing me is Cody Glass. Guys, remember, for all you Canucks fans who were very upset that we picked Elias Pettersson, Cody Glass was drafted 6th overall in the 2017 draft. He's been developing in the WHL for the Portland Winterhawks, and his transition has been pretty good. He's been fighting for ice time on a really good Golden Knights roster, so keep that in mind. You know, there's a big difference. For a lot of these rookies, their circumstance really matters. Like, Cody Glass is a high-end draft pick, but when you have a really good team, it's hard to pick up that responsibility right off the get-go. Whereas, for example, Elias Pettersson last season, Vancouver just wasn't a great team, and he was kind of able to come in and pick up that responsibility right away. So in terms of a lot of these prospects, it's kind of you can kind of make that argument about a lot of them. Cody Glass has 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points in his first 6 games with only 1 power play point. And again, given his more limited opportunity, I don't expect Glass to produce on the same level as other guys like maybe Quinn Hughes or Makar, or I guess in terms of forwards, Olofsson, or I guess even Kaapo Kakko. But Cody Glass over time will be a great top 6 forward. Next, we have the top 2 picks from the 2019 NHL Draft, Jack Hughes and Kaapo Kakko. To be honest, guys, we weren't really sure what to expect from them, and we're still very early on to this season. But, you know, they haven't had the best starts, but just give them some time. You know, I've been watching them pretty closely, and they've been getting better. They're getting more comfortable every game. And with that being said, Jack Hughes has actually had some pretty good opportunities, and he's actually just had some pretty bad luck. I just saw a statistic that kind of judges every player's level of luck. And Jack is on the very bottom of the spectrum. You know, he hasn't been able to capitalize. He doesn't look, you know, that comfortable. He gets shoved out the puck a lot. He gets targeted a lot by the opposition. But again, he's a smaller frame player. He's a highly skilled player. So once his confidence comes, once he gets more comfortable, expect much better production out of Jack Hughes. I'm not too worried. Again, I wouldn't be too surprised if Jack only puts up like, you know, 30, 40 points. I would say 30, maybe 40, 50 points in his rookie season. And for a number 1 overall pick pedigree, that's not fantastic. But considering that Jack Hughes is more that long-term potential pick who has all the pieces to be that franchise guy, don't be too concerned if you're a New Jersey Devils fan. A lot of people are labeling Jack Hughes as a bust, but that's just completely ridiculous. You know, completely ridiculous. Connor McDavid only had one goal in his first up until his 5th game, until he kind of exploded offensively, and the same can kind of be said about Jack Hughes, especially considering that the Devils actually have a decent team. You know, it's not like he's getting first line opportunity. They have other guys like Nico Hischier, Taylor Hall, who's taking up that more top 6 minutes. So once Jack Hughes gets more comfortable and he gets more number 1 power play time, expect explosive production. Word of the day, guys, is explosive. And the same can be said about Kaapo Kakko. Kaapo Kakko has had some great looks. He actually just scored his first NHL goal against Edmonton Oilers. Great goal, great way to score your first NHL goal, but the same can be said. He's obviously coming from Liga, and one thing that not many people say, or kind of forget to mention, is yes, Kakko is, way more physically mature than Jack Hughes. He's used to playing against men. Okay, what is with this lighting? Sorry if that bugs you. Oh my gosh, it's going like right in my head. But Kaapo Kakko, yes, he's used to playing against men, but he's not used to playing the North American game. And so not every time do we see, Finnish players come in and just make an instant, transition. Take Barkov for a great example. He was a second overall pick in the 2013 NHL draft. He had a high pedigree. He had great production in Finland, better production than Kaapo Kakko, but he didn't start producing until I think 2-3 years after this draft year. So the same can be said. Give Kakko some time. He has good looks. He's playing on a great team now with guys like Artemi Panarin. Mika Zibanejad has just been lights out. So expect for Jack Hughes, Kaapo Kakko. Don't label them as busts. Give them, I'd say, by game 15, if they haven't put up like 5-7 points, then maybe get a bit worried. But for the time being, we're 6 games in. Just give them some time. Let them get comfortable, everybody. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about this rookie class down below. If you think I forgot like a major dark horse, and of course I did. I didn't want this video to be like 20 minutes long, but let me know who you're most excited about down below. I know I'm most excited about guys like Makar, Quinn Hughes. They're both on my fantasy team. So I'm loving the Makar 6 points in 5 games production. Just fantastic. Let me know what you guys think down below. See you guys later.